Look at it. Got it.
Hey everyone, welcome to SarniaRocks Band of the Month for March 2022. Boy, time flies. Time just flies. Time flies. Whatever, time flies. So thanks for joining me today. My name's Michele Dionne, and I'm thrilled to have Julie from Jules Company here with me today. And we're going to talk about her band, where she plays, all that other good stuff. So I'm thrilled to have you with me. Welcome. This is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so very much for having me. This is great.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I love that we're in our own environment, right? Looks like you're in a fun room. I see a guitar there. Awesome. And an amp.
This is my she. This is my she shed.
This
is my garage. This is where I jam all the time.
Did I see a fridge?
There's a fridge.
Excellent. Very good.
There's a furnace.
Oh, so you keep warm. Excellent.
There's an air conditioner over there for the summer.
Nice. So it's all
it's
year
like
round.
I love it out here. This is where I hang out. This is my space. You will come out here.
I am coming out there. Absolutely, for sure. I'm excited.
Yes.
So can we start today by maybe just a little overview of you? And I know you play alone sometimes, and you also play with
Rick.
One person, other people. Please share. Carry on.
Okay. Well, my name is Julie, obviously, and I go by Jules just for Jules. But anyway, Jules Company came along when a few years ago I was asked to be in a band. There you go. And I took the offer and I was like, yay, I want to be in this band. And the reason for it is I do believe that we can learn a lot from others. And I am fairly new to the music circuit in this community. I started playing guitar when I was 40. I play daily. I'm very, very, very dedicated to my guitar. It is my self-care. It is my self-care.
Yes.
So these fellas asked me if I wanted to be in their band. I was like, oh, yay, because I can learn, right?
Yes.
I can learn something. I can learn about sound. I can learn about stuff regarding the music. Mm-hmm. And one of my biggest things is that it has to be fun.
Awesome.
Okay. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good fit for us. So it didn't come to fruition. However, I had gotten a few gigs. And I am someone who has raised my kids. You know, when you start something, you have to finish it. So I felt it very necessary to fulfill my commitments. And I began to do a search to make a band. Okay. Ooh, awesome. And so I talk about how scary that was. I'm new already. I know nothing, but I want to make a band. You know, come and join me. We'll have fun. You know, it's like, oh my God. People, I'm sure people were probably like, who is this crazy lady? But anyway, so I ended up very, very graciously, some friends had donated some time, like my friend Dave Thomas. He plays keyboards. He's great. I love him.
Yeah, Dave. Yeah.
So he said he would be part of this. And so it all kind of fell together. Some other folks joined along. So we fulfilled that commitment. But then during that, a really cool friendship and relationship started with my friend Rick White. Okay. Yeah. So Rick White is a fellow that I've known for years from jamming at Bottoms Up. Okay. But I never really knew him personally. But anyways, I joke with him and say, we never really officially made us a duet, you know. We just kind of do it. But we have become Jules and Rick. And I absolutely adore the man. He is my mentor. Okay. He's great. His guitar work is amazing. And so Rick and Jules, there you go. That's how it all came to pass. You know, it was
awesome.
Story.
So, are you both playing guitar when you're playing together?
Yes. Okay. He plays lead.
Okay.
He plays lead. He's amazing.
And then you both sing?
No, I sing, I play guitar.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes. Okay. So I sing, I play guitar. Actually, I love my guitar and I sing. Okay. There's a big difference because I'll bump into, you'll see these musicians and they've got a set of pipes and I'm like, my God, they are amazing. Right.
Yeah.
And that's their gift, right? That's their thing. And they play guitar
Yeah.
to accompany their voice.
Right.
I sing to accompany my guitar.
I gotcha. Makes sense, right? Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Rick does all the lead work on the guitar, like all the guitar lead work. So.
Awesome. So we can find you independently or
oh yes.
with
Oh my
them,
gosh.
which
I'm
is
all over the place, aren't I?
Oh, that's great. But that's good, right? Because even just listening to you talking, I can see the passion and the energy. And that's
Thank
what it's
you.
all about, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
the reason for Jules Co was again because I just didn't want to limit myself to any
Good for you.
one thing. So
Yeah.
Jules Co, Jules and Company is more kind of like I don't even know what you would call it. It's my page for anything I feel like doing regarding my music or regarding any video editing and little videos and stuff that it's my creative outlet. There, it's my
Oh, there you
creative
go.
outlet.
Perfect.
And
Good.
so
Is that a Facebook page?
it is Jules and
Excellent.
Company.
Okay, excellent. Good. So
It
we'll
is.
make sure that I'll tag that in
Thank
our
you.
video. Yes, absolutely.
I do want to point out one more thing.
Yeah.
I was invited by Refined Fool to be their host for open mics.
Oh, very
It's every other Friday. We had our first open mic last week. It was a nice turnout for the first time. The energy was great. You know, sometimes, actually every time, it doesn't matter if there's 5 people or the place is full.
Yeah.
Oh, the energy is good. You know, that's what it's about. It's about having a good time. It's about connections, and music is the universal language, you know? So
it really is. Now, I just want to ask, on London Road, right?
yes.
Yes, on
London Road.
Okay.
London Road. The next night is February 18th. So
February 18th.
Well, you'll have to, this will be in March though. So
oh yeah, right. Exactly. Okay, hold on.
okay, you have a snippet. You have to snip it.
So the next one out in March will be March 4th.
Probably March 4th. Yeah, let's say March 4th. Unless things change, but I believe it. Yeah.
So just curious, prior to COVID to where we're at now, which I would love to say post-COVID. Anyways, do you notice that, because talking about how happy the customers are, do you think that because we were lacking and now they're back, they're more energized, more excited to get back out, to get back in the scene?
I think so.
It makes sense, right? Like sometimes you don't appreciate things until you lose them, I guess.
Yes. Yes, I agree completely. Right? I agree completely. I do.
Yeah.
I do. When you're separated from everybody for so long, you know, you lack that.
Oh, and we need it, right? Human interaction is so important. So thinking back to, even though you said you didn't start playing till 40, which is so interesting, because knowing me at 40, that's when I was just starting to get my independent Michele life back, kids growing up, all that other stuff. So it's a great time for you to make the focus on you. But if we can backtrack a little bit before that, like when you were growing up, what kind of music influenced you?
I was very lucky because I'm the youngest of 3.
Okay.
And there's a large age difference between the eldest and me. 8 years. So that's
okay.
That's
so
substantial.
There's like 4 an only child, almost.
Yeah, 4 years between, and there's like 8, 4, and then it was me.
Okay.
My mother was very musical. Not that she played music, but she loved music. So there was always music in the house.
I love it.
Always. The big turntable, you know, with a cracked speaker, you know, like and so you think of her generation, right? Yeah. My mother listened to Cajun music. She listened to French music. She listened to, you know, like she loved, like, when I was a kid, there was hootenannies, you know, playing with the spoons, like people had fun, right?
I love it. Yes.
And then when my sister, well, now we got a new generation, right? So all her music, and then my brother. So I have a lot of respect and for the old country and for all the Cajun and all that kind of fun hootenanny stuff. And then also there's my sister, which was more ELO and more maybe disco. And then there's my brother who was like the Clash, and you know, do you get what I mean? So, and then there's me. Then there was me, and I was into punk rock, and I remember listening to like the Violent Femmes and
Oh.
Psychedelic Furs. And do you remember them?
I do. Oh, absolutely. My first.
And then Madonna. So
yeah.
I truly have
Yep.
an appreciation for every genre of music.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I love it. And when I was a kid, I played saxophone in high school.
Ooh.
Played the clarinet a little bit.
I played the clarinet too.
I think everybody did. That was the one nobody wanted to play, so you had to take it by default.
Like being the last person getting picked for dodgeball. Just saying.
Here, you can play the clarinet.
Yeah, it's okay, Michelle. Sit over there with your clarinet. Well, they didn't have the cowbells, so that's
But
funny.
anyway, so yeah, that's
awesome. So now, is that the kind of music that you play when you're playing now? Is that overflowed?
actually, interestingly enough, it has. I
Good.
play music from, like, I play Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Do you?
Oh yes.
wow.
Oh, and everybody loves it because
Of course they do.
I play songs that people recognize that make you happy and make you they're just toe tapping and they kind of make you move a little bit. But I play from, I guess, through all of those generations because they're songs that I enjoy playing and listening to. So,
And that not everybody else is playing. And I think that's really a big part of it. Although, I like a lot of the songs that a lot of the bands play, but there's those ones that is like
staples.
Everybody, they really are. They really are. So it's nice when you can hear something that you don't usually hear and that brings you back to a good point in your life where, you felt good. Because if you felt good in your teen years, when you hear that song,
that's right.
Recall, right? So when you were growing up, and I'm showing we're in the same age bracket here, what was your first an album? My first thing was a Joan Jett album. What was your first album? Don't say Joan Jett, I'm gonna laugh that off.
Okay, well, my first album that I could purchase that I wanted.
Right. Yeah, right.
My first album that I purchased, I believe, was Madonna.
Was it Madonna? Yeah, very powerful woman, right? And
Madonna, True Blue.
Oh,
True Blue.
Okay.
But the very first album I did receive was like in the 70s from my uncle, and it was called The Double Dutch Bus. And I remember, I will never forget. It's actually I've got it on my Spotify so I can listen to it because it brings, I remember, right?
I totally know.
And it was, but yes, it was. And the reason he gave it was by Frankie Smith. And the reason he gave it to me was because the producer or whomever, the record label was in Quebec.
Oh.
And he was like, look at this, Julie. And he brought it to me as a gift when he came to visit because he knew, for music. So I still have that record. I don't even think I was 10 years old. I still have that record.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh, that's so great.
But as far as like Madonna would have been my first. Yeah.
So what was your first concert you went to? Like big concert?
Billy Idol.
What? Oh, I bet that was great.
And guess who opened?
Who?
The Cult.
Oh my God. What?
It was awesome. It was awesome. It was in Pine Knob. I'll never forget it. It was a great concert.
Amazing.
So that's my first.
Amazing. And those influences make a difference, right?
They do. They sure do.
Yeah, for sure. So when you're doing, because music has sure changed, like even in Sarnia over the last 10, 20 years, it used to be like Boomerangs and Puck Around and the Lazy Duck and Fat Moe's, and like that was where it was at, and all those places aren't around anymore. Now we're in the microbreweries. So it's really, things have changed, right? So do you find that dynamic has made a difference as far as the music scene and all that stuff, or is it just different location? Because like even sports bar to dance hall is a different dynamic, isn't it?
It is all different.
Yeah.
The one thing that I'm fortunate about is, even though I did do a full band thing, I chose to not pursue that.
Right.
Okay. Like I typically just play with me and Rick. Right. So it's as far as a band goes, I don't have a lot of experience as far as
Mhm.
bookings and where do you go.
Sure.
When I was a kid, when I was younger and prior to COVID and all this, yes. I mean, I loved going to Lizards and listening to, you know,
Right.
Painkiller Jane,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
Mark
Yeah,
Moran and his Peeps. I love that band, but
yeah,
I miss that. And I feel for those groups of people
yeah.
because unfortunately it's their space, it's their venues that are depleting,
Yes, true.
right?
Yeah,
And so what's happening is you're seeing a lot more independent little duets or single acts all over the place.
yeah.
And that's, you know, seems to be fulfilling a little need, the need, I guess, for
Yeah,
music, live music.
yeah.
But those ones like Rooster, I'm doing some shout outs. Okay.
Yeah, do it. Shout out. I love them.
I did check out Rooster finally. It's a cool
Okay.
spot, eh? It's a cool spot out there.
Did you have their wonton nachos? Because
I have
those,
not have their
well,
wonton
next time
nachos.
check them out. I will recommend them the whole rest of my life. They're
Okay.
absolutely amazing.
But they are they've provided a spot, like it's a great sound spot.
Right.
The other place, Imperial Brew, like they have a really good spot for larger bands, eh?
Oh,
So I think
okay,
that
okay.
I think you're gonna start to see that there, you know, I heard that there was the bands are back at Patty Flaherty's, but you'll have those kind of.
Yeah,
So I don't necessarily think that the places for music are gone. I think they're just evolving, and I think that they're just going to be somewhere else. They're going to be, the hot spot will be somewhere else,
yeah.
and it
Good.
will accommodate hopefully what we, you know, to
Yeah,
accommodate everybody and their
yeah,
music tastes.
absolutely.
And
Yeah. Well, I'm
so
thinking logistically, like as far as like how the businesses run, to hire two people right now while businesses are trying to get back on their feet is much more practical than a 5 or a 6 part band, which is it's
yes,
just realistic.
yes,
Just keep it real, right?
true.
So on that note, and we're gonna get into in a minute, like where people can find you and all that stuff. So are you available for private bookings in addition to
Yes, we
like you do
are.
private parties and good.
We've done some Christmas parties in the past, and we are available.
Okay.
Absolutely. So people can reach out if they're
Yeah, because
interested in what in our
backyard
vibe.
parties are really
That
big,
they
right?
are.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
and the thing is, when it comes to backyard parties or anything like that, the thing that I enjoy about any of our gigs is that
Yeah.
connection with the people. Before I even started the music thing, you
Yeah.
know, people, I'm not shy, you know, I'm
Really?
really
Never knew.
smarty pants. I'm not shy, but that being said, I mean, I'm very comfortable in front of people and I'm comfortable to talk to people and I enjoy having conversations and good dialogue with people.
Yeah.
So when it's a private function, it's even that much more quaint and that much
Oh,
more, you know, so I enjoy it. I really do.
awesome. Good,
So,
good,
yeah.
good. Oh, I'm glad I thought of that because
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. I mean, whether it's for, even weddings, just all sorts of different things. You have so many opportunities, and because of the last couple of years, I think, and this is unfortunate for the bars and the restaurants, people have got pretty comfy in their own backyards, bringing their own
Yes, they have.
bartenders in, bringing their own entertainment in. It's there's something to be said for that. So I think that's a shift with us. So that's a great opportunity for you.
It is. I agree completely. I feel like people are scaling back and they're starting to do things a little bit more intimate and in places they can control as opposed, so it's interesting because there's so many things that have really, really ticked me off over the last few years. Okay. I'm not going to get into that, but there's so many wonderful things that have reminded us to be grounded, have reminded us what's truly important for those that have chosen to listen and chose to do some reflecting. Not everyone did. That's okay.
I'm with you though.
But I do feel like family has gotten a little, yes, there's been a lot of division.
Yeah.
But I feel like these smaller gatherings and backyards and this and that, it feels good. It feels good. It feels good. It's a little bit more community. It's a little bit more personal.
Yeah. And real connections.
Yeah.
Right? That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
Not that there's anything wrong with having a giant hoopla wedding if that's your thing, you know,
Absolutely.
but I'm just saying overall it's interesting because
Yeah.
I got married in August 2020 in a backyard
Right. Yeah.
with my own sound equipment and my equipment, and we played tunes, you know what I mean? So we made it easy,
And it was
right?
the best day ever.
It was the best day. It was
The
such
best
a great
day.
day. But
So
so
awesome.
anyway,
Very good. So moving forward, where can we find you? And where can we find you and how can we find you? 2-point question.
2-point question. Where can you find me? Jules and Company
Okay.
on Facebook.
Okay. Link will be down below by then.
Okay.
Okay. And on
I-
SarniaRocks, we're going to put you all your stuff on SarniaRocks.
Thank you. I am so appreciative. Thank you for all you do.
You're welcome.
Like truly, I don't think people realize just how much work goes into keeping all that stuff going.
Thank you for
So
saying
thank
that.
you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very
But yes,
welcome.
Jules and Company, you can find me. I guess that's it. I'm on Instagram. I think it's
Okay.
Jules and Company. I do apologize, although I do have a presence online and I'm trying to get more familiar
Yeah.
with all the stuff and the jargon.
Yeah.
I'm still pretty green. I am like I don't know how I'm at Jules C and something. I don't know. So
Yeah.
I apologize.
We offer 1,000 things and we need 10. I go through the same.
So yeah, I'm on there somewhere. You
Okay.
can find me.
And people can message you through your page, right?
Yes, they
If
certainly
want
can.
it. Okay, good.
Yes,
and then
they
you're going to
certainly
be, what did we say? You're going to be at the Refined Fool March 4th and every other Friday after that.
Yes, I am the hostess of the hostess.
The
I'm the host
mostest?
of the hostess with the mostest. And I do want to just give a quick little plug for the open mic. One thing that is so important is that everybody, like I was a beginner once.
Yep.
And I know what it felt like to have people not be so nice to the person that wasn't so great.
Mm.
And I didn't let that stop me, but that's because that's my personality. Okay.
Right.
And I pressed forward, and look at now, I can say I play. I mean, I can learn and there's still a lot of people that are much better, but I can play.
That's right.
And I do encourage anyone who's new or anyone who's a little bit bashful.
Yep.
There is no judgment. I love music. I love to see people grow in something that they are passionate about. And I assure you, if you come out, you're going to feel really, really good. You'll feel great. So,
and a friendly reminder, every single star picked it up for the first time.
There you go.
Right? You have to have a day one before you can have a day two.
You have to have a day one.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you today. I'm sure we're going to do it again. I am going to visit your garage at some point.
Yes.
And I wish you all the best. I hope some people go to your shows and track you down and follow your stuff. And to everybody who's watching, make sure you like her page and like her stuff when she posts it, because that helps get the word out as well. And positive reviews. You know, we love to tell people about the things that don't work or weren't good. Let's go and give you some positive reviews. Earned, obviously. But let's start sharing some good.
Well, let's lift each other up. Let's encourage each other and let's focus on the good.
Yes, for sure.
Good. Let's focus on the good.
That's right. So that was wonderful. Thank you so much. And we'll have to do it again. All right.
You're the best.
Take
I
care.
appreciate it.